So it's about 7:43 p.m. on Monday, August 17th, 2020. Just got done raining a little bit ago. There's a nice little rainbow behind me, just to my left there. If you can see that in the background. Just got back from a ride down to Illinois and back. It's kind of interesting because it's actually the first time I've ever rode there on my own. I've been there lots of times before in the past, as a child with family members. And I was there by myself about 10 years ago when I was working an executive protection assignment. But I took the Greyhound down there because I had to meet down in Chicago. I've never been there really on my own where I've actually rode or driven, by myself. I did ride down there last year, but it was with a friend. We went down to Russell, Illinois, just on the other side of the state line, and he rode his bike down there, and I borrowed his wife's bike at the time. But like I said, pretty much I've never been down there by myself where I've actually rode, myself. Even going back 10 years ago when I went down there on the Greyhound, I went myself, but technically it was a bus driver driving, it wasn't me. So I had a nice ride. I started riding down towards 7 Mile Fair in Caledonia, and then I rode. I took 27th Street all the way down instead of the freeway, and then I rode from 27th Street. I rode the back road, 7 Mile Road, over to 43rd Street, which is country road down there. I took that to the frontage road that runs parallel with I-94 down there. I took the frontage road because if you take that road, you don't have to go through tolls. If you take I-94 down there, you have to pay tolls to get in and out of Illinois. So I took, when I got down to 7 Mile Fair, I took 7 Mile Road over to the frontage road. I take that back. I took 7 Mile Road over to 43rd Street down there, and then I took that over to the frontage road, and I took the frontage road down there, and all the way down to where that ends, and it goes into another road, and then I took that over to Ukes Harley Davidson, and stopped there for a couple minutes. Didn't go in or anything, but just stopped in the parking lot to look at some directions. And then this guy pulled up in this real nice car. That'll be included in the pictures with this video. And then from Ukes, I just rode the road down there onto another frontage road, and I took that all the way to 41 into Illinois, where I stopped and took some pictures right on State Line Road down there. And then like I said, the frontage road runs right parallel alongside I-94 there. So rode that, stopped, took some pictures. When I got by the Illinois sign, I rode down into Zion, Illinois, which is funny because it must be a real small community, because right across from where the sign is that says "Welcome to Illinois," it says Russell Military Museum down there. And I know Russell, Illinois is not far from there, so I rode from Zion, Illinois down to Russell, Illinois. And then I rode that down to I think it was Wadsworth, Illinois, where Captain Porky's is. And then I figured, it's a nice ride, so I just started riding back, and then took pretty much the same route, except I took a little detour coming back. I still took 41 coming back, and then I decided to jump on the freeway, and I got off over by Caledonia by 7 Mile Fair took a break to rest my legs and all that for a couple minutes. And then I just took 27th Street all the way back home. A lot of cops out on the freeway, though, out along 94. Listed on Google Map, there's at least, I want to say, about 9 listings for speed traps on there. So, saw a few state troopers pull people over. I saw a couple, I think it was Racine County Sheriff's Office pull some people over when I was coming back. But I had a real nice trip, real nice ride, and put about 103 miles on today so far. Still not done riding yet, but yeah, so it was pretty nice. Next time I go down there, I'm gonna go down to Chicago and see where Route 66 starts. Because it's funny, about 10 years ago when I went down to Chicago, and then once I met up with a couple guys, because I was working a protection assignment, we drove on a little bit of Route 66 when we went down to St. Louis, Missouri. So I'm going to go and I'm going to take a look at some of where Route 66 starts in Chicago as preparation for my trip that I'm taking in 2023, going from Chicago, Illinois, all the way along Route 66 to Santa Monica, California. So that'll be another time, though, another trip. But that's pretty much how my trip went. And here's some pictures from my trip today. So this is when I was at Ukes Harley Davidson down by Kenosha. It's a nice little place. I've been there before. As I was leaving, this really cool car right here pulled into the lot, so I had to take a picture of this. I thought it was pretty neat. So this was right when I got to Illinois, on the Illinois side, just after I crossed State Line Road from Wisconsin down in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. I just crossed State Line Road and I was officially on the Illinois side now. So I had to stop and take some pictures. The whole shoulder of the road there is all gravel, so riding a motorcycle down there, you want to be careful when you pull off on the shoulder. Since this is my first solo riding by myself down there, I thought this was pretty cool, and I wanted to just take some pictures. I thought it was pretty neat. It's interesting because I was technically in Zion, Illinois, but right behind me is a war museum that says Russell War Museum for Russell, Illinois. So Zion, Illinois must be a very small community, and then you go through Russell, Illinois, and then into Wadsworth, Illinois. I thought this was pretty cool, though. They have an old World War II tank sitting outside the museum over there. This is right by Captain Porky's in the shanty in Wadsworth, Illinois. I had to stop and take a few pictures. Of course, the first thing I thought of was Porky's the movie. Old-fashioned movie. So I had to stop and get some pictures from this area. And this is getting right back into Wisconsin. I had just crossed State Line Road and I was back in Wisconsin.